trust have always been a deciding factor for a company's existence. It is a foundation for generating a long-lasting and stable flow of income, yet many successful businesses fail to address this simply because they weren't able to connect with their stakeholders very well. After all, it makes sense. Why trust something you don't even understand? Nowadays, however, faster, better, and easier ways of communications are readily available for industries. No longer do we have to communicate important information about businesses using thick and boring piles of paper full of complicated and confusing words. Nowadays, we can use a dashboard, a tool used to summarize and project the factors that affects a business' overall performance to help its intended users in decision making. With this, a company may very well be presented and understood by anybody in just a few pages of illustrations. To help you better grasp the usefulness of a dashboard, we created one for you featuring our beloved fast food restaurant, Jollibee.
The first thing you will encounter in this dashboard is the summary of the overall performance of Jollibee for the calendar year. This is a comparison of Jollibee's current performance to its performance last year and to its direct competitors this year, so that we can evaluate how well is Jollibee doing in the fast food industry. This is just an overview which will give us an overall understanding about Jollibee's standing. If we scroll down, we will see charts related to profitability of the company alone. Be reminded that all amounts here are expressed in millions. Below the charts is the timeline where we can drag to the desired period which we want to see, like the information regarding the income and expenses. On the left side of the screen, it shows the relevant information provided in the income statement: revenue, COGS, gross profit, operating expenses, EBIT, income tax, net income, and their percentages based on the total revenue. And on the other side is a detailed breakdown of expenses and income. As we further scroll down, we'll see another chart related to Jollibee's position alone this time. On the left side of the screen is a chart showing the overall proportion of relevant items of balance sheet to each other, like the current and non-current assets, liabilities, and the shareholders' equity. And on the other side are the total amounts of assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity and their corresponding percentages based on total assets. We will find the changes in this information over the period as we drag the timeline here.
And the last but not the least part of our dashboard are additional financial ratios specifically on Jollibee's liquidity, efficiency ratio, rates of return, and return on equity. We intended to make the interface of our dashboard easy to navigate as if you are just scrolling through a web page. We also made the dashboard less crowded of information and provided more space in order to help us focus on specific fields of information as we scroll down, such as company's profitability area, company's position area, and the company's financial ratios, so that we won't get overwhelmed by so much information provided all at one site. We can just scroll, stop, look, and scroll again just like we usually do on Facebook. And last but not the least, to make you feel relaxed and have a peace of mind looking at the dashboard despite whatever losses the data presents.
And if you think that the dashboard's job of simplifying things for better understanding is done, you are mistaken. It can also make decisions for us. With the help of the decision support system, this performance summary also informs us right away of suggestions as to what action must be taken. based in the computed data. For example, in this part, the information provided will easily inform us the performance of Jollibee in terms of sales, ability to pay loans, its earnings, and dividends. It is designed to be easily understood without knowing the technical terms. For example, if we saw that almost show that it performed more over the years, that will be a good indication that Jollibee is doing good and that we can invest or hold our investment in it. Despite only basing from historical data, which may not always be right, it still provides a reliable estimate and prediction for the users to think about. In the end, the last call will always still be the user's choice, but with everything done by the dashboard, the only thing actually left to do is to follow the suggested decision.
This is our dashboard. So what do you think? Is it really as helpful as they say? Well, we hope it has shown the things needed to explain the versatility of a dashboard and that you found it interesting yet entertaining. Thanks for watching.